Welcome back to Spoiler-Free Wrestling, everyone, and WWE has announced the signings of both Timothy Thatcher and Killer Kross. Now, with Thatcher, he is the longest reigning Evolve champion in the history of the promotion. He also wrestled a couple of matches for Evolve back in December when he dropped matches to NXT's Arturo Huas, and he also dropped a match to the NXT United Kingdom champion, Walter. So both Thatcher and Kross have reported to the WWE Performance Center in Orlando this week. Now, Kross' signing with WWE comes after a lengthy spat with his former promotion, Impact Wrestling. Now, Kross was released from the promotion back in December, and he spoke with SI.com about his experience with Impact Wrestling last week, and Kross was hesitant to give too detailed of an answer. And he said, "Respectfully, I am ready to turn that page on the chapter in my life." That's the best way I can put it. So neither Impact Wrestling nor Killer Kross seemed too enthusiastic about going into detail about their conflict that they had last year. But in June of last year, Kross went into further detail about the situation when he was on the Wrestling Perspectives podcast. Now, Kross was talking about how much he earned at Impact Wrestling and hoping to receive a bit of a bump in pay from Impact Management. So this is what he said on the Wrestling Perspectives podcast about his conflict with Impact Wrestling last year. So Kross said, "I personally really don't need much, but it's just different when you have people to take care of. Circumstances change in life. You can't anticipate it. Being told to go get another job by your job, that's effed up. You're struggling to make ends meet, taking care of people, and the job that you can barely afford to have tells you to go get another job so you can keep that job. It's like working at a corporation being told to go work at McDonald's. It's a weird feeling. I found out how much people are being paid, and I wanted to be paid on the same scale as that. I wasn't asking for anything that was honestly unreasonable, in all sincerity, and I'm not going to bullshit you guys. I really wasn't. That's okay if the company does not agree that I am worth that. I will not take offense to that. That's okay. It's not my company. I'm just an employee. And I'm not saying that because I think I'm supposed to say that. But if they really feel that way after 1 year, if they feel that I'm not worth what I'm asking, professionally, kindly please let me go somewhere else, and I will prove it to everyone that I can draw what I'm asking for." Now, not long after Kross was on this podcast, Scarlett Bordeaux, who Kross is believed to be in a relationship with, Scarlett Bordeaux did obtain her release from Impact Wrestling. So Impact did release Bordeaux in June, but they chose not to release Killer Kross until December. So back in September, Kross gave an interview to the Sporting News where he said he was hoping to avoid litigation with Impact Wrestling. Here's what he said to the Sporting News. "I've actually made it abundantly clear that I have not been interested in going into litigation. I'm not interested in going down that road. I've been trying for many months. I've been exhausting all options on how to fix this situation. There's an attorney involved, and we're not suing anyone." So, of course, as with any situation, once attorneys are involved, both parties are a little bit less forthcoming with the information that they make publicly available or that they give to the media. So, as for what led exactly for Kross to be released from his contract back in December, maybe his contract was just up. We're not really sure. Now, there were reports that went around in recent weeks that Kross had met with Triple H. In his interview with SI.com from last week, Kross refuted those claims, however. Here's what he said to SI.com about the reports that he had met with Triple H. "I know that any sort of publicity is good publicity in the entertainment industry, but I have to be honest, it's not true. I wasn't going to address it on the internet. If you yell at every single dog barking, you're going to lose your voice. But it's not true. I never met with Paul Levesque. I would love to meet with him, but that didn't happen. I don't know where it came from, but there is crazy stuff all over the internet." And that's absolutely true. "I'm talking to different companies, which is something I'm not denying," said Kross. And so this is last week, and they announced his signing, and he's at the Orlando Performance Center this week. So things really came together between this Sports Illustrated interview and his signing with WWE. So Kross, I'm talking to different companies, which is something I'm not denying. I'm working on deciding my next destination. I'm looking to go in a larger direction soon, and it would be irresponsible to continue taking bookings in the event that I commit to one of these companies. And he has now committed to one of those companies, and that company is WWE. So where is Killer Kross going to end up in WWE? Now, I think a lot of people are sort of expecting that he would end up in NXT along with Scarlett Bordeaux, who is on that brand. So Timothy Thatcher, just up there on your screen right now, is a little bit of what Timothy Thatcher has achieved in his wrestling career. You see the Evolve Championship. Now, he won that title in the summer of 2015. He defeated Drew Galloway for the title at Evolve 45, and he would then hold the title for 596 days, defended it 22 times in that time period before dropping it to Zack Sabre Jr. on February 25th, 2017 at Evolve 79. And up on your screen now, that is the combined reigns with the Evolve Championship, and you see Timothy Thatcher right there at the top. His 596-day reign with the title. That eclipses everybody else on the list. The next highest is Zack Sabre Jr. with 404. Now, as for Killer Kross, the 34-year-old has kind of been on the scene since debuting with Global Force Wrestling in 2015. He also portrayed the White Rabbit in Lucha Underground. Done some stuff with AAA in Mexico. And he showed up on the scene in Impact Wrestling in 2018. This was not long after Don Callis and Scott D'Amore took over the promotion. And, of course, we know the following year, things between the two sides would fall apart, and Kross would be gone from the promotion for about 6 months before officially being released from Impact Wrestling, and this was after being voted the 2019 One to Watch in Impact Wrestling Award from the fans of Impact Wrestling. So now Killer Kross is he one to watch in 2020 as he begins his WWE career. Same goes for Timothy Thatcher. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to make sure you don't miss out on any more news or reports from Spoiler Free Wrestling.